We got to get to one, and then we can get to two.
No. But seriously, like, is one Bitcoin enough? Like, let's say, 15 years from now, is one Bitcoin enough to live a good lifestyle?
Yeah, I think so. I think 15 years from now, Bitcoin's sitting at above, $5 million a coin, $100 trillion market cap. I think you will have the ability to generate income on that holding. And if you've got a $5 million position, I think you'll be able to make enough money to have a really good life. So yes, I think one Bitcoin is enough with the developments that are coming in from the TradFi markets to Bitcoin.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, what's your famous line? I absolutely love it when you say this.
You buy step number one, you buy Bitcoin. Step
Yeah.
number two, you hook up. And step number three, you get fabulously wealthy.
Oh man, I absolutely love that. Yeah, but you made that line go viral, and I think it's so powerful because it's so true. It's so simple, so simple. People, because they're so used to dealing with traditional finance that like overcomplicates things by design to justify the fees and all that stuff. Like, we're super smart, so we're going to tell you all this lingo that you don't understand. Um,
Even though we take the train to the office every single day, and you drive up in a Benz or a Rolls Royce, yeah, very
exactly.
complicated.
Exactly, but they got to justify the fees somehow, right? But Bitcoin comes along and it kind of really really disrupts that. And I want to talk a little bit about that, right? Because whether it's real estate or tradfi, there's these entire industries that are built on this. The real estate industry, like real estate in general, is just the valuations of properties are just so overinflated because people are using it to essentially invest. And fiat has just turned the world upside down, where people are forced to become part-time investors just to maintain their purchasing power. Now here comes Bitcoin, and it completely changes that conversation. Do you foresee the next 10, 15, 20 years the prices of real estate going down? Because it's already been going down if you're using Bitcoin as your unit of account. But I guess the question I'm asking is, do you see the premium on real estate going down, essentially it being reallocated from real estate as people realize that real estate is an inferior investment than Bitcoin, an inferior asset? And as more people realize that, they sell some of that real estate to get into Bitcoin. Do you foresee that happening?
Yeah, I see that happening, but I think the way they'll do it is just borrow more money against their real estate and buy the Bitcoin with it. So that's what my parents did. So I think that's going to be the way that it shakes out. I do, however, see one of two options for real estate at this point. Either the real estate prices are going to come down, or you're going to see an environment where you see real estate prices stay stagnant for a very, very, very long period of time, while earnings and wage inflation catches up with that to shrink the inequality gap that's been created due to the high real estate prices. So I think that's definitely going to happen. One of those two things. Either way, that what that means is either way you're going to see a dollar destruction of value based on the price of your real estate if you own, single family homes and things like that, or you're going to see a dollar stagnation of value in terms of price for a very long period of time. There is no way that you can keep the economy running at these real estate prices. It is rather at the growth of these real estate prices. So you're going to have to control that in order to stay in power. Otherwise, people are going to get really pissed off. The good news about Bitcoin is that if you are TradFi, you can utilize Bitcoin to do all of these things that you were doing with real estate, printing money and shoving it into an asset that really doesn't move. And you could do it with Bitcoin without taking your foot off the pedal, right? Because there's no one jumping off of a building. There's no one, crying about losing their house. There's no debt to lend out. There's nothing. It's basically a few high players, a few big players that are doing this with their already highly linked and highly juiced in TradFi products that are out there. And you keep it going. So That's the way I see it. I see that the pedal is about to go to the floor on the amount of money that you can print and liquidity you can generate, and it's got a new avenue to go into because I think real estate has been completely pumped and it's about to be dumped.
Need liquidity without having to sell your Bitcoin? For more than 6 years now, Ledn has been the trusted choice for Bitcoin-backed lending with transparency, security, and trust at their core. I absolutely love these guys, and I personally have not only an account with them, but also a loan. And some of the key features that I love about Ledn is the fact that there are no monthly payments. You pay at the end of the term. You also have the ability to roll over the loan as well, and you can pay it back whenever you want. Essentially what they do is that they help their clients unlock the liquidity of their BTC, allowing you to hodl while still accessing the wealth of your Bitcoin. They've been battle tested with their focus on transparency, security, and trust, allowing them to build a proven track record of client success and security, helping tens of thousands of clients harness the value of their digital assets with confidence and peace of mind. Learn more about what your BTC can do for you. Check out ledn.io today.